Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Peck to Death 84. As you know me here on YouTube, you might also know me as Bohan Girl 84 on other platforms, and welcome to my second attempt at a Let's Play of Dino Crisis 1. I will eventually be doing a Dino Crisis 2 Let's Play. So, a few quick things, housekeeping things before we get started. First off, you might notice a very obvious difference. One, which is mainly my now inclusion of a webcam, which I hadn't done before. I started doing it on my live streams, but now I'm incorporating them into my Let's Plays. And I just wanted to join all the cool kids so you guys get to see all my facial reactions, you know, as I'm sort of reacting to things in the game, in addition to listening to my voice, which you guys were able to do before, obviously. Secondly, what I want to announce is that I'm going to be playing the digital version of Dino Crisis on my PlayStation 3. I do have the PlayStation 1 disc. I've had it since my childhood. It's still there, but there's some issues with it. It is showing its age, namely the dialogue. The volume of the dialogue is very low compared to the in-game music and other sounds, so it's very hard to hear what the characters are saying. So I really want to follow along with the story, so that's the main reason why I downloaded this version of the game, and I tested just a few moments of it, and I confirmed that the volume balancing is sort of much better, so you guys will get to benefit from that in addition to me, of course. So then finally, the third thing that I want to mention is, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is the second attempt at my Let's Play of this game. I did try it before, but I did not complete it. And I think the main reason why that happened was that I feel like I can't remember exactly, and I haven't seen those videos in some time, but I think I felt like I was gonna get stuck if I wasn't stuck already in the game. And I've since played through the game a few times, so I feel a bit more confident in my ability to complete the game this time around. So this time this will and should be a complete version of my Let's Play. So sorry about that for those of you who have been long-time subscribers or viewers of my channel. So we're going to do this again, and we are going to get through this. Promise you guys that. So with all that out of the way, welcome to my Let's Play of Dino Crisis. Let's get everything all set up. Gotta get my headset on my head so I can actually hear the dialogue I mentioned. So here it is, and let's make sure we put the ears on correctly, right? Okay, so let's get to it. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and load up Dino Crisis. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take on the role of Special Agent Regina and lead your task force on a mission to infiltrate Ibiza? That island. All right, let's just do it. Let's get into it. Here we are. I'm really excited to do this. The more I play this game, the more it grows on me. And also another thing that I should mention here is that I could tell just by the way the PlayStation logo looks, the graphics are going to look much better in this version of the game than on my CD. So that's another thing that sort of is different here. But I'm very excited to play this game. This game really does need a remake. Oh, and if one video game screen defined my childhood, it's this one. Every single game I grew up loving had this disclaimer screen before you started the actual game. Now, I'm by no means as well versed in the lore of this series as I am with, say, Resident Evil, but sort of remember certain things here and there. And what I should mention here is I'm going to load a clear save file just so we can have some costumes. And let's see, hopefully we get the intro again. Let's see if we do that. If not, I'll just do a brand new game. So I think, was it on here? Memory card number 1? Okay. Oh, game mode easy. Oh, that's not good. Sorry, this is a bit awkward. We're gonna do a new game, and we're gonna do normal. We're gonna get the whole experience from start to finish. Let's do this. So take 2, here we go. New game, normal, Dino Crisis.
You have mail. The second report from Military Experiment Facility. Agent name, Tom.
I have successfully infiltrated under the guise of a researcher as planned. I've encountered no information regarding top-secret development of new type weapons, but I have discovered there is an unexpected individual at this facility. The man is Dr. Kirk, the leading authority of our nation's energy research. Dr. Kirk was alleged to have died in an accident during the course of an experiment 3 years ago. The reports were premature, and it appears that he is currently working as the head of a non-weapon project at this facility. The experiment is in the late stages of development. Regarding the staged accidental death, it appears that this country is somehow involved, recommending that necessary actions be taken immediately.
Refer to the data on Dr. Kirk. Operation instructions.
Approaching drop zone.
Feels like we got a little turbulence.
Once you hit the ground, head straight to the designated convergence point. Got it?
Sorry I'm late.
It's time. Let's move out.
What about Cooper?
Forget him. Time's up.
Wait! Wait!
Okay, this is the first checkpoint. Playtime is officially over, kiddies. Something's wrong. The lights in the guardhouse are out.
Maybe this has been a wild night of partying for the guards. You know, a little song, a little dance.
Stay here, Junior. Leave the guards to me.
Hey, did you hear what he just called me?
Forget about it. Just let Gale handle this.
All right, it's clear.
I like the tension between Gale and Rick.
Okay, let's do this. I'll infiltrate the facility and occupy the control room on the first floor. I should have access to all the security systems from there. I'll contact you as soon as I've cleared the room.
Alright, and at long last, here we are, taking control of Regina. Here we go.
Let me guess. This is some of your handiwork, right?
The brass is still warm. These guards were shooting at something very recently.
So who were they fighting?
This wasn't much of a fight. I don't think these guards hit anything before getting sliced and diced. Whatever they were shooting at came in through there, and ripped right through the steel fence.
Well, the hole is nice and clean. But I still say you could have done this.
Very funny. We still need to figure out what happened here. Continue to sweep the area.
Alright, so once again we're in control of Regina, and one of the first things I like to do is come here. So, fun fact, voice actress for Regina is, I believe her name is Stephanie Morgenstern, and I believe she was, or she provided the voice for Sailor Venus in the Sailor Moon series. And I think I can go in here. So, man, I used to be such a huge fan of Sailor Moon back in the day. Back when I was a teenager, Toonami was like, that was like my go-to thing. After school, I would come home, watch Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z. And I tried to get into Gundam Wing, and I think... So, funny story about that, trying to get into Gundam Wing. I liked it, but then one day, I guess, I got home late from school. I had, you know, some kind of extracurricular thing that I was doing. And I missed an episode, of Gundam Wing. And so, after that, what wound up happening was that I was just completely lost with the anime. I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Rick here. I'm in. The place is deserted, though. I have a very bad feeling about this.
How's the progress going with that security system?
I don't know what's been going on here, but it looks like all the power in this facility is being cut.
Same here.
As long as that's the situation, there's not a lot I can do. Why don't you see if you can gain access to the backup generators on the ground level?
I'm on it. What are you doing here?
I caught the last part of your conversation.
By the way, I found a key.
Hand it over. Let's head outside.
So I really like the voice actress's portrayal of Regina. She's just kind of like, what are you doing here? You know, I don't know. She has an interesting personality. And of course, I remember it was such a big deal to get, I believe it was this outfit in Resident Evil 3. I think my version, I can't remember if my version of Dino Crisis came with a demo disc of Resident Evil 3. I could literally just look at it. It's like right over there. You can't see it, but...
That's disgusting.
This guy's been eviscerated. Something tore his intestines straight out.
Look at those tooth marks. It had to be some sort of animal.
Okay, let's move on.
I like how here's literal chunks of this human being, and she's like, that's disgusting. Oh, will you take... Hey, let's take something from him. Well, he's not gonna need it, right? It didn't help him. The state of the blood suggests that the victim died recently. Well, that's not a good sign. Because whatever did that to him might still be around. And this is a survival horror game, so yeah, it is still around. Backup generator room, first floor. One of the things that I do like about this game is that it does tell you what room you're going into as you go in. As you go through the door. What does it say? A battery charger. If I set the battery here, I can charge it. And here's our first puzzle. This is actually one of the things I do like about Dino Crisis are the puzzles. So basically I need to set the battery in the correct configuration, which is just the levers on the right. Red, blue, green, white. Here we go. Red is already in the right spot, so we just have to do the other ones. We'll be right. I said red, blue, green, white, didn't I? That should do it. So we won't press any more buttons. We'll do this. This should now supply power to part of the facility, not the entire facility, as we'll find out. I apologize. I might be jumping a bit ahead in the game's story. My apologies. So let's go back outside.
Gale?
Sounds like Gale encountered a little bit of trouble, so we're gonna investigate what's going on out there. That did not sound like a friendly exchange of words. Uh-oh. Was that blood there before? I can't remember. I don't think it was. It's a lot of blood. Oh, this is not Chris's blood. Oh, you know that. What is it? I'm running from him. I am not gonna bother wasting ammo. God! I think he is quicker than me, I believe. I don't know if zigzagging works. I don't know why I'm employing the same strategy that I would use for zombie dogs in Resident Evil games. But yeah, I never fight that first dinosaur. Every time I play this game. Alright. Like I did before, I'm just gonna run from him once again. Because ammo is not in high supply exactly in this game.
Good news. I got the control system back online. What's the situation over there?
It's Gale. I lost him.
So what's the bad news? Did you run into some guards?
You're not gonna believe this. He was attacked by some kind of dinosaur.
Now that's a good one. So, who was it? Arnie?
This isn't a joke, you idiot. We were just attacked by a big-ass lizard.
For real? What's going on over there? All right. Head over to the control room and we'll sort out this whole situation.
So that's my destination, of course. I remember, you know, Regina's line about, you know, big ass lizard. I think that was the first time I ever heard a curse in a game. Although ass is like pretty mild when it comes to curses. It's no F-bomb or S-bomb. Now, of course, it's pretty normal in games, but I remember it still being a big deal even in, what was it, 1999 this game came out? I don't even think Resident Evil games had curses, quote-unquote, in them. Until, I think RE4 was the first game to really have that, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe I can reach it by climbing. Well, let's climb. Let's do this. All this fancy futuristic tech of the distant future of 2009. Yeah, that's when this game takes place, 2009. I love when games and movies do that. That is always the funniest thing, where they're like, oh, in the future of, and then you watch the movie or you play the game and the year is now in the past. Very mind-blowing. Control room hall, that's a good sign. We are going to the control room. Okay, so let's talk to... Oh, there was something I could have picked up out there, but let's talk to Rick. Let's see what our next steps are.
What's our status?
This security system is a snap for me. Real amateur stuff. So, what exactly happened to Gale? You said that he was attacked by a dinosaur?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I just hope he's still alive. Anyway, our first priority is to complete the mission.
What we ought to do is just call in the chopper and get off this death trap.
That's a great idea, but Cooper has the radio, and he's missing. Hey, what's with this monitor?
That's the security monitor for the underground area. The camera's offline.
So I take it that means power still hasn't been restored to the area.
Exactly. They must have that area wired to a different power system than the ground level.
We can investigate that area after we finished our sweep of the ground level.
Okay, then I'll take care of the shutters that are blocking the way. You work your way in, grab the dock, and then rendezvous back here.
Alright, so I did allude to this before, but oh, whoops. But yeah, power has not been completely restored to the whole facility, as Regina said. We just restored it to part of the facility.
Yeah. Now what I want to know is where those things are coming from.
We'll find that out. Alright, so things are not looking good for us. We already have, well, 2 of our team members missing. Well, technically 3, as I'm sort of thinking about the story. Okay, so first of all, by the way, I remember this being a big deal. How you can actually have your gun up and walk. That was definitely not a thing in Resident Evil games, especially even up to this point. I think even after, I think even RE5, RE6, you couldn't do that? I can't remember. You need a plug to open this emergency box. And I don't have enough plugs. So yeah, this is the game, also the game's version of the item box from the Resident Evil games, but it functions a bit differently. Whereas the item box, you could just kind of dump everything, and it basically has an infinite amount of space in the Resident Evil games. There's 3 different types of those, what they call emergency boxes. You have the green one, like that one right there, which typically holds healing items. You have red ones, which typically hold ammo, and then you have yellow ones, which hold both healing and ammo. Okay, so there's a lot of items in this. There are a lot of items in this room, so let's start. Ooh, shotgun straight away. I like that. And also another cool thing is that the quick turn button is 1 button in this game. I think you have to hold a direction and press a button for the Resident Evil games. So something seems to be inside the cardboard box. It should be a plug, and there it is. Beautiful. All right, so I should be able to open that. Some of those, he'll be fine. Some of the emergency boxes that I'll encounter throughout the game are going to require more than 1. I've seen up to 3. I don't know if there's any that require more. And this thing requires... Oh, it's not working right now. Does this guy have anything? He has been gouged in the torso. That's not a good sign. Okay, and something I did forget to do was to flick this switch. And now that computer turns on. And I think that lock for that cabinet also is accessible, but I need a code for that, so I can't open that quite yet. On the screen is an email titled New Employee Education. Will you read the email? So I will be reading any of the files that I come across. I might miss a few, but I'll try to read as many as I can. Please inform the new employee assigned to this department about the DDK system as follows. So the Donkey Kong system. The digital disk key, or DDK, that's what it really stands for, is a system that secures our most important areas with an advanced locking device. To release the locks protected by the DDK, prepare and set the following 2 data disks at the locking device near the door. DDK code disk X, DDK input disk X. The type of the DDK you need is indicated on the door, A, B, etc. If the DDK type you use does not match, you cannot release the lock. Before operating the system, make sure that your DDK type matches the door you wish to unlock. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be encountering quite a few of those doors throughout the game. And you always need 2 discs for each door. So that can be kind of a pain in the ass when you have 1. So far we have 1 for the H door. We'll find the other one. This is a save room, so I'm going to get prompted right here. And I will be saving frequently because this is a hard game. It's still very hard for me. So we're going to be saving here. And I am saving over this. I did attempt this Let's Play before. And there was something wrong with the audio, so I had to just sort of redo it. But as you can see, I didn't get very far. I got to the same exact spot. So let's exit here. We've saved. Let's go. Management office hallway.
Regina, I took care of the shutter. You should be able to access the control panel now.
Now, we can't waste a moment because there's actually a dinosaur in here. And I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to make use of these laser switches many times. Because that's literally the safest way to get away from a dinosaur. Like I said, ammo is not all that plentiful in this game, at least in my experience. So if I can run and pop a laser fence behind me, I'm going to opt to do that. So that's going to be the plan. Main entrance. Does this not look exactly like the Arkley mansion? They seem to have a fetish for this kind of huge area. This door, I believe, is locked. I need the entrance key, so I cannot go out there just yet. This door... Let's see. I think this leads back to where I first used the vent opening, and I don't... Yeah. I mean, at least there's an item right here. Well, I take the med pack M. Yeah. I'll talk a little bit more about the mixing of items, health items, and then, of course, there's also darts, anesthetic and poison darts that you can make for this game as ammo and ways to fight. I will take the Anade. Increases the potency of items with anesthetic properties, so that's probably something that I could use with some of the anesthetic darts that I can use throughout the game. So let's try to go up here for a moment. There is something I can push to reveal an item underneath it. And how are we doing with time? Okay. I'm gonna try to keep these to maybe 30 minutes or so, maybe a little less. Will I take the Anade? Why, yes. Okay. So, oh, I'm sorry. I should have shown this before, but there's another door that I didn't even try, because I know I can't get through it yet, because it's one of those DDK doors that I'm gonna need a disc for. So, or I'm sorry, I should say 2 discs, like I mentioned, so, right. And it always tells you what letter it's going to be, so the symbol N is inscribed. So we have 0 discs for that. We only have the one, I'm gonna say no. We only have 1 disc for H. Anyway, as a matter of fact, you know what, before I go crazy and go up there, I probably want to go back here. Let's take a look. Let's just kind of take stock of sort of our inventory. We have key items, plug, panel key 2. There's a panel key 1 that I need, and then DDK input disc H. So I have 34 bullets for my handgun, as well as 2 hemostats, 2 medpack. Sorry, I should say 3 medpack M's. All right. So I think I actually need to go back here. I sort of forget where to go. I'm not nearly as familiar with this game as I am with, say, Resident Evil 2. Being completely honest. So what I like to do, my strategy, is I like to wait for the dinosaur to hit himself. He doesn't know I'm here yet, because he'd be running at me right now. There's another laser fence that he just hit himself against, it seems. Yeah, he has no clue that I'm here just yet. Okay, now he realizes. There we go. My strategy is going to be to let the dinosaur hit itself against the laser fence and then turn off the laser fence. Okay, I probably waited a little too long. And the dinosaurs do have a tendency to run into the rooms, so that dinosaur knows I'm in here. He's gonna come in here. Yeah, he's bashing at the door right now. What do you mean nothing useful? There's that. So I can open the H door. He's gonna eventually come in here for sure. Journal of the Guardsman. A page is dated today. Oh, wow. Will you read it? Before tonight's experiment, and I love, by the way, when you read files or pick up items or whatever, that all time and space just freezes. Dr. Kirk and I will be... Oh, I'm sorry. Before tonight's experiment, the Chief and Dr. Kirk will be having a meeting at the second floor lounge from 1 p.m. Those who are scheduled to guard should keep a preponderant eye on the area in front of the Chief's room and the surrounding vicinity. Before taking positions, be sure to resupply your ammunition in the custody room. The weapon storage in the custody room can be opened with the combination 0426. So that's a code that I'm going to remember. So 0426. Also, we have received information that spies have sneaked into the facility recently. If anything happens, you may have to enter the rooms of the chief and the professor in order to ensure their safety. You will find a disk that contains the information you will need to access their rooms on top of the locker. I think I just picked that up. That's all for now. Fuck. He's yeah. Okay, I might take a hit here. Oh god. Hey, I got a dart. Fuck. Damn it. Apologies for the F-bomb. Sorry about that. And, okay. And I'm bleeding. You can see the blood dripping from Regina. He's gonna come back out here. Alright, so yeah. That's something that's kind of different from Resident Evil games where you can actually also... You can be bleeding. Alright, so we got a code. He's gonna come back out. Yeah. Yeah, the dinosaurs really are very persistent about chasing you through rooms, which is terrifying. But yeah, so we have a code which I believe I know where to use, so that's promising. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make my way up the stairs, and I think we are just about out of time, so I think this is gonna be a good place for me to stop. We're gonna continue pressing on through this facility. I'll go to that door, we'll see what else is behind, or what else is lurking in this facility. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in episode 2 of my Let's Play of Dino Crisis. Alright.